This is Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground.
And what's your name again?
I'm John from SickTrust. Damn, I keep forgetting my name. What the frick's wrong with you?
I'm John from SickTrust.
I'm Jeff Rappaport with my magic finger.
Matty Matt with my awesomeness.
That's metal.
All right. So in the news, Triptykon.
Nice.
Triptykon. Tom G.
Tom G.
That didn't hurt. Didn't
Go ahead.
I was gonna make a Transformers joke.
Huge Celtic Frost fan. So.
The group is, from, of course, Tom Gabriel Fisher, or Gabriel Warrior, or Tom Warrior, or whatever you want to call him.
Yep.
They're working on their sophomore album. It's supposed to be out in 2014.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's a ways away, but we should talk about it now.
Okay.
We're a step of the curve.
If it's Tom, it's going to be heavy.
Yeah, it's going to be heavy. It's going to be dark. I mean, I'm a huge Celtic Frost fan, so
Me too.
I'll definitely be checking it out.
Me too. I wasn't a fan of, I gotta be honest, I was not a fan of Monotheist. Monothesis.
Yeah, I mean,
like
there's a couple good tracks, but probably as a whole, maybe.
Yeah. The first Triptykon album, I dug, but I did not like the...
What's your favorite Celtic Frost album?
I always go for.
Or what's your least favorite Celtic Frost album? Like, I'll be original. I'll go that route.
It's not Cold Lake.
No, wow, that's a surprise.
I would say it's Monothesis.
Parched with Thirst Am I and Die?
What is? What's your favorite?
I think that the last album was my least favorite.
Really?
I like.
Wow.
I am one of the things. I actually interviewed Tom Warrior, and I argued with him that Cold Lake was a good album. I did.
Yeah, Cold Lake's...
I was like,
yeah.
It was not good, Jeff. I'm like, yes, it was. It's awesome. He's like, we did not talk about that album. I'm like, but I liked it.
Right. So
Cherry or
it's like their Saint Anger. You know, they don't talk
I think it has a lot of good tunes on it. If you we'll go back and listen to it.
They kind of it's funny. You listen to them like Old Celtic Frost. They kind of changed almost like vocally, like personalities on every album. Like if you listen like Into the Pandemonium, it's like Emperor's Return. Like his delivery.
Into My Pandemonium is probably my go-to album.
I don't like that album.
No?
Nah. My two favorite are probably Vanity Nemesis and Emperor's. Morbid Tales, Emperor's Return.
Morbid Tales.
Yeah, they're probably my two go-to Celtic Frost albums. Yeah, a lot of ooh and ah. But Triptykon, yes, I'll definitely be checking that out.
Matt, what are your thoughts on?
I had never gotten around to checking out Triptykon.
Really?
I knew the pedigree. Well, I was never.
Metal card
weird.
revoked.
Well, you're gonna take two of them.
If you like,
if
you like Frost, you'll like.
I was never a huge Celtic Frost fan either. I just never really got into it.
Really?
Well, I'm a little bit younger. It was really like my evolution of metal. I kind of went straight from like glam metal to like thrash and death metals. I kind of skipped over those like early black metalish kind of bands that laid the groundwork. Most of my familiarity with Celtic Frost is from people that covered their shit. Like I know, Obituary did Circle Tyrants, and Black Anvil
What's
doing
Dio
Ether
eating?
Emperor, and
What's Theo eating?
Whatever he was eating, he swallowed it.
He was chewing something ferociously.
Well, he was chewing on this.
Oh.
probably it's part of that. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, my dog was chewing something off.
Sorry with that.
Sorry,
Sorry for the distraction.
sorry, Warrior.
But and it's not that I didn't like what I heard. I just had never really gotten around to it. So when Triptykon came out and on the album sticker it said, Thomas D. Warrior, it wasn't necessarily, ooh, I have to have this right away. I was like, all right, well, great. So I finally checked them out for this, and it was really interesting. The video I saw had a lot of shadows in it. Like it had a
Really?
it was really doomy and well, no, I mean like they set up a camera where the person playing the instrument is like that small in the view of it, but their shadow was huge.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool.
I think the name of the song was Shattered, maybe? Or Shattered?
I think Shatter.
For as heavy as he always is, he's also equally artsy.
They are. The color was avant-garde.
I did
very
find
avant-garde.
I found it very interesting. It was like Black Doom kind of, 'cause it was really slow.
Stop it.
And the chorus had like...
They sound like that.
That's like a background vocal on the album, I think.
It had like a female vocalist singing the chorus with him, and I thought it was pretty cool, actually. So now I want to check it out.
Cool. Triptykon, nice.
Yeah, the other thing too that I like about Tom, I read an interview with him not too long ago, and I guess he was talking about the new Triptykon album coming out. But the guy's been around for a long time.
And he's devilishly handsome. Did you mention that?
No, I didn't mention that, but you did. So,
Yeah,
but one of the things that I thought was interesting was that he's still continuously working on his guitar tone, which I know this guy is notorious for.
Yeah.
He's still trying to,
Yeah.
you know.
That's just a guitar player thing, or search
but
for the holy grail kind of thing.
It sounded like he was getting happier and getting to the point now where he's kind of like happy with his guitar tone after
Right.
so many years of playing, which I thought was quite interesting because you're still over all those years you're still developing and trying to
I love it.
get to the best possible
Yeah.
tone that you know.
Yeah, but I love the old Southern Falls, like so like raw, man. Like that's kind of like what the new recordings are kind of missing. I think it's a shame. Like you hear those old some of those older like Thrasher records are just so like raw and emotional. Where everything now is kind of like digital and very vanilla,
Yeah.
and very metronomic.
They were always like one step like ahead, but like way ahead.
yeah.
Like he was doing stuff like with female vocals and
Yup.
violins and
Yeah.
orchestras like way before anybody even thought of doing shit like that. And
You can believe her?
but recently, or maybe I guess it was probably, God, it must be over 10 years ago at this point. But he was making death masks.
What?
Yeah.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, he was making it from with like a sculpture of his face. He was
Yeah.
making him like art, and they were like $200. And I was trying to convince Maria that I wanted to buy one and hang it in the living room. And Maria's like, I'm not getting that. And I think I finally talked her into it.
And it was his own, like it was his
Yeah,
death
how cool
mask?
would that be? They were
That would
original, and
be
they're
pretty
all
cool, man.
hand signed by him. And I was like gonna hang it. Like imagine it would be hanging right back there if we would have had
Yeah.
it. It would have been cool shit.
He's
Then
devilishly handsome.
Maria's like, that's creepy. Creepy. I don't do that. But then I finally.
You could like hang out with him, like have a beer, like Tom.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
But I finally convinced her that it would be to buy it. And then they were all sold out, and then they were like on eBay for like $1,200. I'm like, God damn!
Missed the train. You missed the train.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll look up to see if anybody has one. They can't get rid of it.
Hurting for cash,
Yeah,
Grab
but
one cheap.
it's not
Look him
happening.
up on Craigslist. Tom G. Warriors.
You haven't turned up any of the yard sales?
Huh?
You haven't turned up any of the yard sales? Really? Seriously, Dio? What is
Yeah.
what? Like what?
You go outside.
Yeah.
Problem.
Take your dog
I just want
outside.
attention. You'll be
Well,
sitting about
this
back
is not a
there.
good place to do it.
Dio singing.
Yes. So any other
Hold
thoughts?
Oh,
Triptykon, I want to check it out.
check it out.
Right,
Definitely
Triptykon.
want to check it out.